Hi, YouTube. It's me, Frankie. I am alive and well. I know I've been a really, really bad YouTuber the last 2 years, let's be honest. But you've got to realize that I started the channel over 10 years ago. I worked my butt on it for, I would say, a solid 7. Got very, very little traction in the big scheme of things. And now I've been working like crazy with Tastemade. And Struggle Meals is doing well. I kind of consider it our first hit ever. Now that said, what about the future of this channel? Because just in the last year and a half, somehow, the follower count has doubled, and I have done nothing. So to me, that sends a strong message that you guys want to see more. And I know there's a backlog, and I know a lot of you are seeing it for the first time, and that's great. But I want to give something that I think can be useful. She's cleaning. I clean too, but she's also cleaning. I love vacuuming. It's one of my favorite things. So I think the most useful thing for me to do on YouTube is, and I've already drawn this out and I've got a great idea. It's sort of that POV cooking that we were doing, except what I like about the POV part is that it was unedited, so it could be straight through. Now I've been taking a lot of Peloton classes lately, and having that coach there to be like, go harder, don't give up now. I think that could be really useful in cooking. So my goal is to, I would say in the next 5 weeks, try to make a couple videos, and this is how it's gonna work. I am gonna say, here are the ingredients, come back, go get them, come back, okay? And then we cook it together in real time. I'm facing you just like a cooking show, but this is gonna enable me to say things like, all right, if your onions aren't sizzling now, turn it up, catch up to me with the sound, and get to this point. And if I hold your hand through one of these recipes, like, you don't need me after that. So I think that's the future of what I'm gonna do with this channel, and I'm doing it for one reason and one reason only, and that's that more and more of you are subscribing to a channel that has no new videos. So thank you for coming to the channel. I assume that you're all coming to the channel because of the Tastemade videos that get posted, or the Struggle Meals ones, or whatever. But I just feel like we're coming full circle, and I think that's so great. My whole thing started here 10 years ago on YouTube, and then it was just really hard to get views. But now I finally have some traction, and I want to give you back the stuff. Give you some joy. And I will keep the recipes simple, Peter. And Vero, I like that you like the idea. So that's it. I don't want to add to the editing. There's so many social media platforms these days. The amount of time I spend in front of a computer is ridiculous. I'm either cooking like crazy, I do private cooking, or I'm video editing. I'd like to also have a life in there somewhere. So I think if we do it in real time, it offers something that other cooking shows can't offer, which is that if you're not watching every single second and it's cut up, then you miss that little minute stuff. But if you truly want to make the recipe, then there shouldn't be a problem with a 15 or 20-minute video in real time. That's my idea. So think of it like Peloton for cooking, real-time cooking. And so I'll call it, maybe I'll call it Frankie Cooks Live. What do you think? So that's where we're at. And yeah. And my phone just fell. Oh, do you like the bottom of my computer? That's it. Frankie Cooks Live, I'll watch. Thank you, Lauren. Okay, so that's the idea. Now, hopefully I can like go and execute this before like Babish does it or something, because he's just destroying me on YouTube. Doing great work, but destroying me. Mickey, no, we're not doing Frankie's World right now. Struggle Meals is kind of a runaway hit, and because Tastemade pays for that whole thing, I don't blame them in wanting to turn a profit, and since it has 5 times the viewership of Frankie's World, that's the angle that we're going. I love the blowtorch too. But I do think Frankie's World has a possibility of coming back. I mean, I'm not stopping. This is my job. I love doing this stuff. And I think that show was a great concept. I think it was a little bit early that we got into it. I mean, that was like, I pitched it to Tastemade and they were like, yes. And at the time it was the longest unbranded piece of content, 9 episodes, that they'd ever done. But now they're making longer form shows again because they've got a 24/7 channel. So I think there's room for it. But again, Struggle Meals is It's killing right now. It's exceeding everyone's expectations. So that seems to be the priority. That said, we've just turned it into a half-an-hour show, and it's longer, and that means that I can get more science and facts. So there is a little bit of Frankie's World in Struggle Meals 2.0, which will be coming out soon because we just shot it. So they're editing it now. And when I say soon, 5-6 weeks probably. Hi, Maham. Man, you're everywhere. It's unbelievable. You like the idea, real-time cooking? I do too. I feel like, yeah, I gotta get that going. There's just not enough hours in the day. It's insane. So anyway, that's my idea, guys. I appreciate the support. And again, somehow the follower count is going up, despite the fact that all I do is add to the playlist. But it's a... Thanks, man. Some people say it looks like a hospital shirt and that I've been institutionalized. Not true. It's called Topo Designs. They're from Colorado. I like the shirt too. Okay, so I'm gonna make these videos and I'm gonna do it for you guys. Thank you for all the support. 10 years deep. The other reason I kind of stopped making videos is because I needed to figure out what it is that I'm trying to do with my, the next 10 years. I kind of hit every little target in one way or another that I'd set 10 years ago. So the last year-ish has been a serious reset. But I love performing, I love giving recipes to people, and I think this would be a fun way to do it. I think you're gonna dig the new set that I'm gonna shoot it in too. Because I can't do it over here. It's not facing out. It's just not good. It's gotta face out. Okay, let's get to 100,000. That would be like awesome. That would be freaking awesome. But obviously it can't happen until I start putting some videos out. So, hey, let's make some new videos first. Okay, guys, have a great Sunday. Thank you for listening to me. Ciao. Yes, I'm going to stop streaming.